Buenas, continuamos en Kotor y vamos a volver a ponernos el grupo. Ahora ya hemos hablado con él, ya sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer.
How much for all this stuff, Tybark?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jikona.
¡Hola! La discriminación.
Thanks, Tybark. Catch you next week.
Venga, como eres republicano, toma.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tong ipa no kunek abog. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. Tong hit wama ji aki inko tune. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki muli ra kun kin. Kimba no kun nik dota. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. Tong hit wama ji aki inko tune. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha.
Sí, pero ¿dónde tuvo lugar? Porque macho, ya me he investigado casi todo el mapa.
Kimba no kun nik dota. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. Tong hit wama ji aki inko tune. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki muli ra kun kin. Kimba no kun nik dota.
Y a ver qué mierda tienes. Pura mierda. Yo tendría que tirar mierda de aquí también. Por ejemplo, los trajes de combate esto. Hacer de Brady. Uno lo puedo vender, el otro también. Tengo un problema con los inventarios yo siempre. Bueno, como todo el mundo. Como casi todo el mundo que juega a juegos así. Embajada de la República. Están las embajadas. ¿Y dónde coño está el hotel entonces?
Welcome to Manand. I'm Roland Wong. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. Kolto is a precious resource, Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage.
¿Pagarles más?
A beautiful place, Sato City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic. If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else? Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. No. You do what I want.
Pero ¿cómo puedo fallar el fracaso si lo tengo súper subido?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
Por la plataforma de aterrizaje.
You'll need luck for that one. Odds are they have some pretty strong guards in there, but it's also the way most likely to succeed. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Vale. Ahora puedo entrar por aquí.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Vamos a ver. Tienda matriz aditiva. Secuencia terminal. 1, 2. 11. $22. 21, 18, 16, 15, 16. Ah, si seguimos la lógica debería ser 18. Aquí 64. Aquí un 2. Hostia, aquí ya no sé. 1, 32, 81, 64, 25. Uno, 32, 81, 64, 25 exponencial. Ah, mierda. Digo que el 6. Uno 0 8 3 32 5. Ya me están tocando los huevos. Con lo fácil que eran las primeras. Yo qué sé. ¿Eh? ¿En serio?
Hey, great! You slice the encryption on those cards. They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all.
Vale, pues los dos últimos los he hecho. Mira, si está aquí el Lorgar. Oh, puntos del lado oscuro recibidos. Qué pena.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet. The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now? While the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from forced persuasion, we have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while. What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch. Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback. It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget to know. Shall we get it started then? Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
Boy, what do you want? You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
Eso es, somos solo los únicos que te crean.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
Never. I am Sith. I will never betray them. Ha! Worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me. Please. Please don't hurt me. What do you want? What companion?
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
The Sith are not that easy to fool. We would see through...
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
The Sith are...
Joder, sí que aguante.
Tila.
Damn! He blank...
What?
The gutless...
Nothing.
Of course...
You can't...
The Sith...
Never. Ha.
Cada vez que sale el
There's
tío...
nothing you can do to me, Jedi, that this... Or...
Damn.
Joder, macho. Esto está siendo difícil.
Or... You're not.
The Sith.
Never. Ha. Please. Or...
Damn.
Es cada vez que hablamos de tela.
Or... No, please don't hurt her. Please.
Pues habla.
Yes, it could be so much easier. Or, what do you want? You're not.
Damn.
Joder, a tomar
Giving
por
up
culo.
so soon? I think he could last a bit longer. Come back if you want to try to break him again.
No, a no ser que alguien nos lo mate en vuestros morros. Como he hecho yo antes. Venga, vámonos de aquí. Ya tenemos dos métodos para entrar, así que... Es que yo flipo de dónde coño estará el hotel. Aquí, hostia.
You are the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too. The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. What do you... Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. Yeah. No.
¿Cómo puedo fallar tanto los persuadir si es de lo que más me estoy subiendo?
There were only two other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Well...
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me? Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually. I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself. Oh, well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything, and there's no way you can make me say... Thank. I would be... You can. Sunry, I only kept... I'm not... And there... Oh, I didn't.
No puedo fallar tanto los persuadir, coño.
Thank. Yes.
Ahora me llevo tus 100 créditos por gilipollas.
No problem. Didn't work.
Acknowledgement.
What can I do?
Voy a necesitar a... Lo siento, HK47. Necesito a Mission.
What can I do?
Yeah? Gotcha. Simple.
Tampoco.
What?
Yes?
You again. I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elas's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty. Yeah.
A ver, si estaba lesionado, como si es un lisiado, ¿cómo va a correr?
Chiki kun salka. Shona mulira tong glupor. Glupor king. Glupor tong hit wanaji salkat agi inko tune. Glupor mulira. Shuna mulira. Tong glupor pipa non kun nexit abog. Glupor yon tung chiwi ita. Bola un jikne mulira glupor. Kon muli slimo puli wanga kun viskin. Glupor king panit chalora kun. Glupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Glupor nibo jimata wipun nage. Tong abag sunsham u glupor ninong. Glupor tong hit wamaji salkat ag inko tune. Tong kimba no kun nikset abag. Glupor yon tung chiwi ita. Bola un jikne mulira glupor. Glupor kimba. Glupor picha ge borang turang. Glupor wangki yuma batmalyaw no wish. Glupor no una pangpa mulira kongking. Kun mulira slimo poy wanga kun makachisa glupor. Tong abag sinshan glupor ninong kili. Glupor chiwa aita kan kicha na selkat. Glupor nibo mulira glupo ni Sith. Glupor siya. Glupor pampa ki mulira kun king. Glupor chachopa, si chawa wish kun kun. Glupor bagra shak konti cha yoman, tangi tsalkat wamaji ko na. Glupor ag inkotune. Glupor no molira, chuna molira, tongpa no kun.
Haha, pues está muerto.
Glupor chachopa, glupor bagwa shank konti machid Glupor nada chawa yishun kun.
Bueno, ya hemos descubierto algo.
You again. Big, you can't. Skip the. Yes, she rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that Sunry would show up. They didn't seem all that discreet either. I'm not saying anything like that. And there isn't any rule against. I was in my room, minding my own business. You can't. Kept the. And there. Well, one time I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's
O sea, que era una Sith completa.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
You were the one... He can't... Yeah. What do you... Well...
Bueno, ya hemos descubierto bastantes cosillas, ¿eh?
You, Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi. And you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Hostia, el asesinato este. Aquí ha salido antes. Al entrar en la habitación, el hombre cierra la puerta despacio, saca un brazo y dispara a la mujer por la espalda. Debe tratarse de una especie de grabación secreta de Sunry asesinando a Elassa. Como árbitro debes de defender a Sunry lo mejor que puedas. Sin embargo, has dado con un registro de datos que muestra claramente a Sunry matando a la mujer Sith Elassa. ¿Puedes interpretar tu papel de árbitro con imparcialidad a sabiendas de que tu cliente ha cometido semejante crimen? Bueno. Eso lo vamos a ver mañana. Sed buenos, sed felices y hasta luego. Buenas noches.